Hey guys, now you knew I couldn't stay away. I took a vacation day so I could finally wrap this house up, or at least the areas that I really wanted to get to, like finishing off the living room and the bedroom and hitting my closet and the closet in the guest room. So, I think that you're going to be really surprised with what I did with our little ugly duckling table. But this is not what this video is about. This is an Amazon video because right now Amazon is hiring. And I think I already told you at my facility, we no longer have a temp service. So there is an office set up that the temp service used to have for people to walk in off the street to apply, because I think after all that craziness that came in through the temp service, Amazon wants to see these people themselves before they give them a job. Good thing. So, since they're doing that and they're taking recommendations from fellow Amazonians for their friends and family with a $500 qualifier bonus if your friend or family gets hired and they stay 60 days, as far as I'm concerned, you like family already. So now we're going to talk about some real deal stuff, because I want you, if you decide to come in to Amazon through these two new ways, I want you to have the best possibility you can for success. So we're going to talk about some stuff I've never talked about, some pitfalls and how to avoid them, some things that will make you crazy, but I'm going to tell you how to get past them. So let's do this. Number one, rate. Don't even think about rate, okay? Because that is not Amazon's main concern right now. Now, I think I told you that at my facility, they said the rate was 80 boxes an hour. And remember, I laughed and went, yeah, right, yeah, they're kidding. I'm not paying attention to that. My honest opinion is the real rate is probably about 70. Now, I found that you can do 70 boxes an hour even when all the other crap has gone wrong. So that is really a more realistic rate, because you can't do 80 boxes an hour when the line's not running, your equipment is whacked, nobody's there to answer your questions if you need it. But 70, you might have to wait a second for a PA to show up, but that's more doable. So in my opinion, the real rate is between 65 and 70. So you don't have to stress about anything. Spend your time learning your job. Do not worry about the rate. Okay? Okay. Number two, bathroom breaks. Amazon is never going to tell you you can't go to the bathroom, but there are certain times when you should not go, because it will negatively affect that rate that I told you not to worry about, because one day you will need to worry about it. Now, I have found that in the mornings when you clock in, that is not the time to go to the bathroom. Do it before you clock in, because we have a 10-minute fast start. That means from the time you clock in till 10 minutes, within 10 minutes, you need to scan your first box. If you spend that time at the bathroom, you're already doomed, and the computer will hate your guts the rest of the day. Also, let's say you go to lunch at 11:30, okay? You do not want to go to the bathroom anytime between 11 and 11:30. Because what most people don't realize is that even though you're on lunch break from 11:30 to 12, the computer doesn't really take that into account. It just says she didn't pack any boxes. So that means if you try to go to the bathroom between 11 and 11:30, that gives you less time to pack boxes. Okay, let's say you go to the bathroom at 11, you get back at 11:10. That gives you 20 minutes. How many boxes are you going to be able to pack between 11:10 and 11:30? Let's say 30. Well, that number is going to be used in your daily average. So even if you packed 90 boxes because you had some great carts, you still got to add that 30 number in. And that's going to bring your average from 90 to more like what, 50? So if you're going to go to the bathroom, and we all have a right to do that, be strategic into when you go. Go to the bathroom between 10 and 10 minutes to 11. But do not ever go to the bathroom in the hour that you're going to be going on break or even second break. That will just doom you, and the computer will hold it against you. Time off task. Now, we all know that we no longer have water spiders who bring us boxes because of COVID. Yeah, that was convenient. So that means we have to get them ourselves. Do not get a cart and load it up with boxes if the line is running. Okay? That is time off task that the computer will hold against you. If the line is not running, that's when you go and spend 10 minutes getting all the boxes you need for the next 4 or 5 hours. Or if you absolutely need some boxes, then when you go to get your cage, throw a couple of sets of boxes on top of the cage and in front of the cage and bring those back to your station. That way, you're not spending 10 minutes, and preferably put that cart with those boxes in it in your second space. Bring another cart to your first space so you can just start packing. You would be surprised at how well your rate will improve, or the computer will not get cranky with you when you do it in this fashion. Being moved to another station because either your line is being shut down, or you find out when you come back from a break that they have moved you somewhere else. Don't lose heart. Now, this can be extremely frustrating. You have worked your butt off all morning just to have this happen, because now that new station is guaranteed not to have any boxes, and you have to sanitize it. That just takes time. But don't lose heart. Just go ahead and start packing. Pack until there is nothing left in that station until the next full hour. Now, if it turns out you need a box before that next full hour comes up, and when I say full hour, I mean like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that, then run and get a handful of boxes just to keep you going. Now, it doesn't matter if you go to the box place where we keep them, or you go to the station next to you that nobody's at. You just get what you need as quickly as possible, because otherwise it's going to affect your rate and be considered time off task, because Amazon has made us act like we are in a jungle, and it's all about survival. So I don't really care where you get those boxes from. You just get what you need, and you get it as quickly as possible. And don't try to fill up your whole station. Just get what you need. We'll worry about what you really need at the top of the hour. Now, what happens if you get moved on second break? And that's where you have 35 minutes. From the last scan you made, you have 35 minutes till you have to make your next scan, which basically gives you about a 20-25 minute break. What happens if you've been moved? Baby, don't lose heart. Go back to your last station, because if you were smart, you didn't shut down your computer. you just shut down the cage and you left a package on your table. So when you got back, all you have to do is scan your cage, scan that package, and you're in compliance. Go back to your last station. Do that. Then shut down the computer and go to your new station. You're already covered. Okay? It's not a big deal. Don't get frustrated. Don't lose heart. And for God's sakes, don't get negative. Because the moment you get negative at Amazon, shit goes wrong. And last but not least, what happens if you get moved and the person who had that station before you locked it, which is a no-no at Amazon, but people do it all the time. Control, Alt, Backspace, and you just keep hitting those 3 buttons until it clears the computer so you can do your login and get on with business. These are things that it took me almost 8 months to learn, but I have found by using all of these things, even when shit goes wrong, I can still pack a 70, baby, without even so much as breaking a sweat, just staying focused, staying in control, because I know my job. And I think that these things will help you get over that hump that most people just go, you know what, I can't do this. Amazon's a bitch. I'm not doing this. Simple, simple, simple. You have to beat Amazon at its own game. Give them what they want, even when they throw roadblocks at you. And it's not that hard. It just requires some thought. Okay? It doesn't require as much muscle or sweat as most people think. It requires a clear head. And that was the thing that I didn't understand at first. I'm showing you the things I wish I knew in the beginning, because now don't too much faze me and I'm good. So there we are. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you all in the next video, and I guess I'll show you the house then. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me, and you know I love you.